So as you welcome yourself to your mat this morning, wiggle around in a way that you can find a little bit of comfort, a little bit of support where you need the support. Kind of doing the body scan to look for any tension and maybe holding in the jaw or the tongue or relaxing that forehead, just letting the skin relax on the face. Maybe that slight tuck of the chin into the throat so that the back of the neck is long and relaxed. Maybe it's the squeeze of the shoulder blades underneath the body so that you not only begin to drop the shoulders down, but you begin that opening through the chest, the lungs, and the heart space. And maybe you rest your hands right on the belly, the ribs, allowing the elbow beside the body to just simply rest on the mat. And then bring your awareness to your breath. So maybe closing down the eyes to allow for that inwardness. Notice your regular rhythmic breath this morning. If you rushed to your mat, maybe the breath is shallow and rapid. See if you can smooth out the inhales and the exhales. And as you do that, see how it smooths out throughout your body and how it begins to quiet the mind. And allow yourself here to just come into balance. No worries, nothing to do. Feeling the support underneath you. Letting the mind trace the breath within you. Welcome to your yoga practice. 3 easy breaths. And if you have the eyes closed, maybe gently blink them over. Roll over to one side, remove whatever props you're using. Return onto the back body. Take a big stretch here. Again, just like you were waking up in the morning, arms overhead, reaching the fingers towards the top of the mat, pointing the toes towards the bottom of the mat. Just begin to wake up that whole line in the front body. Take a little bit of a wiggle. Again, that banana pose where you slide the heels to one side, allow the arms to drift to that opposite or the same corner at the top. Just opening up, breathing into the side body here. And it doesn't matter which direction, it's a two-sided pose. So just concentrate on the breath through the side body, but at the same time, allow the hips to be level and loose, no clenching, and the shoulders to rest lightly on the mat. Return to center as you're ready. Again, stretch it out nice and long. And then we'll slide the heels to the other side. Pick up the chest, extend the arms of the upper body here to the same corner at the top of the mat. Relax the shoulders, relax the hips, and just open up this side of the body. Each breath into the side body as we do these side stretches, it opens up the rib cage, the oblique muscles, the lung space. So really enjoy a nice breath here. And then we'll slide it back into center. One last stretch here. Take it long. And drawing knees into chest, give yourself a nice hug first. And before making any other movement, see if you can hug in so deep that the tailbone lifts. And you get this nice stretch in the very low back. And then you can release that a bit. Just take a rock from one hip bone to the other. Coming back slowly through center, take the knees right and left so that the balls of the feet stay together like a floating cobbler pose. Hands lightly rest on top of the knees. We're just going to move through some big circles here, right through the hips. So with the hands on the knees, send those knees down towards the bottom of your mat. Draw them together as you bring them back in towards the chest, and then open up wide. So again, try to move as slow as you can, utilizing your breath, and just notice all the points of contact and massage here in taking this nice and slow. And let's reverse this, take it the opposite way. So knees go back around to the side and into the chest. Good, winding it down. Hug in one last time. Hold the left knee in, extend the right leg long. We're just going to keep that right leg nice and soft. Good. Take the right hand out to the outside of the left knee. Left arm will extend out to a T. And coming into a nice spinal twist here, use that right hand to help guide the left knee across the body over to the right. That knee can float. You can support it with a block, with your towel or your bolster. Again, see if you can scooch that right shoulder in and maybe take the gaze over to the right. So the shoulders are nice and flat on the mat. Try to stack through your hip bones. Knee does not have to hit anything. Just see if you can bring one hip on top of the other. And notice here where you feel the stretch. Where's the opening happening? One more breath. And then draw that left knee back to center as you roll back to level out the hips. Draw the right knee in. Just take a nice rock, one side to the other. And winding down back to that neutral position, we'll extend the left leg this time long. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. The right arm extends out from the shoulder in a T position. And the left hand just draws that right knee across the body. Again, to float into this gentle spinal twist. As you arrive to that position, again, just a nice little, not a trick, but a cue. If you can pick up that left shoulder just a bit and scooch it over to the left, you'll find a lot more room across the back body so that both shoulders can be nice and relaxed on the mat. Maybe the gaze extends over that right hand that's extended to the side. Left hand helps draw that knee down to begin that nice twist through the spine, side body. lengthening through the pecs and the arm. 3 nice breaths here. Releasing the knee now, draw the right knee back into the chest. Squeeze the left knee in with the right. Take whatever movement here feels good. And winding that down, take that right knee right over, cross it over the left. So the feet are floating off to the side here. See if you can draw the knees in towards the chest, kind of stacking the knees one on top of the other. Slide the hands to the outside of the calves or the ankle or the blade edge of the feet. See if you can send the feet as you flex them to the sides so you could touch the sidewall as you continue to draw the knees into the chest. This is cow face leg pose that we generally do seated. Good, and it's just a nice hip opener. See again if you can relax the shoulders and the face and feel the breath constricted against that top thigh. Nice 3 breaths here, draw in. To come out slowly, just slide the hands back up towards the knees. Good, uncross, maybe extend the legs up to the ceiling, draw them in close. Kind of like a forward fold on your back. And then rebend the knees. This time, the left knee will cross over the right. Again, hands resting lightly on the knees that we're going to try to stack. Draw them into the center of the chest as you send the feet wide, right and left. So again, hands on the knees, then slide them down to the outside of the calf or the ankle or the blade edge of the foot to draw the knees in, squeezing in through the thighs, flattening the feet as they're flexed like you could set them on the side walls. Take a moment. Relax those shoulders. This is an intense pose, so we tend to bring in some tension into the face and the upper body. So see if you can relax. Find the stretch, focus on the stretch, and then simply breathe. One more breath. And then slide those hands back up towards the knees and unravel. Again, plant the feet wide on your mat, toes pointing forward. Just send the knees over to the right. Hold, just pause for a second. Back to center and to the left. And just continue here, right and left. Releasing the spine. Again, releasing some of the hip. Good. And your choice this morning, depending on how cold you are, and that makes a huge difference in anything that we do. You can rock front to back, or you can simply roll to one side, and we'll meet in an all fours position. If you need something for the knees, please grab your blanket or fold your mat in just a little bit. All fours position. So again, stacking through the joints, spreading through the fingers here, scooping in the belly. So just like a nice park bench here, the spine is nice and firm. Good. I have my toes tucked under because why? We get extra credit if we're also spreading through our toe joints, right? Where's Barb when I need her? Okay, press through those palms. Again, round through the shoulders. And as you're ready to take the in-breath, drop that belly down. Begin lifting the hips, lifting the chest. Take that gaze to the top of your mat. Allow for the out breath fully as you begin to round through the spine. Tuck in the hips, tuck in the chin. Press through those palms. Big inhale opens up the chest and the belly. And the exhale begins to bring space to the spine, movement to all of the energy centers that reside along the spine, and just move yourself back and forth with your breath. Slowly making your way back to that neutral spine. Again, we tuck in the belly, hands are firmly pressed. Take that cow pose here by dropping the belly and taking the inhale. And on your exhale, as you take the cat pose, just begin to round through the spine, but sink your hips back towards your heels, finding that extended child's pose. Inhale, come up into that cow pose, belly drops and chest lifts. Exhale, begin to round into cat as you shift back into child's. So we're going to do this 5 times with our breath. Each breath is different. So you take yours. Each movement is the full, complete inhale or the full, complete exhale. As you come into your last one, let's all pause in that child's pose and walk the fingers as far forward as you can. The ribs settle on the thighs. The skin underneath the arms begins to lower closer to the mat as we begin to stretch that soft tissue and open up through the shoulders. Take 3 breaths. If your toes are not tucked under, please tuck them now as we prepare to come up into downward facing dog. And to do that, I'm going to pull myself with the inhale up to my table position. Keeping my knees bent, toes tucked, I'm going to lift my hips up towards the ceiling first so I find all this length here, tailbone to the crown of my head. Then slowly with breath, I'm going to begin to lower my heels as I continue to press my hands into the mat and forward, which sends my chest closer to the thighs. Legs don't have to come straight, heels don't have to come down. Just feel the length here. Take a full breath. Again, the weight should be out of the wrist because we're pressing those hands forward. So the weight is more into the hands and not the wrist. And notice now to your head. Are you holding that head? Are you using energy that simply isn't needed? Can you let it go? Let that head just hang? Maybe the cue, look at your belly button, will help. Just drop that head down. Pedal out the feet, maybe one heel closer so that you extend through a straighter leg. And then alternate to the opposite side. Again, keeping the belly scooped in, the neck neutral, and the breath fluid. Slowing it down now. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees generously. Look at your thumbs and just take a couple baby steps here so that the feet come to the top of the mat to meet the hands as you hang in a forward fold. So here we just allow the arms to just fall towards the earth, towards your mat. Gentle bend into the knees, a total release of the head. Maybe you can circle through the neck, nod. Good. Adding a little bit more traction here, you can cup opposite elbows. Let those elbows bring some weight into the arms, which will bring some extension into the spine. Again, I'd rather see nice deep knee bends here, but a nice long spine. Heads released. Nice big breath. If you're cupping elbows, maybe switch the forearm so that the other forearm is on top. And again, use the breath, exhale all the air out as you get nice and long through the spine. Maybe lifting that tailbone a little bit higher. Shifting the weight maybe a little bit more into the balls of the feet than the heels. That allows for the weight to come forward just a little bit more. Sway or rock, whatever feels good here. And then release the hands down to the mat. We're going to take the arms out to the side and around to our back body. Hands are going to interlace here right at the sacrum. So see if you can squeeze the palms in together. If that's not available to you, then reach for your opposite wrists or forearms. Wherever you are, squeeze the elbows up towards the ceiling. Send that fist away from your body. Let the arms float to wherever they can float to. Beginning to open up the front of the shoulders. Use your breath here. There's more room. There's always more room to bring those arms higher towards the ceiling, floating further overhead. So just explore where you are here. One more full breath. Change the crossing here if you're interlaced so that the other thumb's on top. Good. Re-extend the arms away from the body, the fist up high towards the ceiling. Shake that head again, nod, circle. And on your next inhale, we're going to press into the feet, bend your knees generously. Keep that fist out there like somebody's pulling the fist towards the back of the mat as they're pulling your upper body up to a standing position. Let the chest open, let the head fall back here. And then come back to stand. Release the clasp, shake out the hands, circle through the wrists, shake out the legs. Good, let's flow. Top of the mat. Palms come together at heart center. Slight tilt of the chin. Again, lengthen the neck. Maybe a moment to close down the eyes. Picking up all 10 toes, spreading them wide, starting with that little pinky toe, dropping them one by one to the surface of your mat. Shifting the weight ever so slightly from the heels to the balls of the feet. Back into the heels. Balls of the feet to the heels. Front to back. And maybe side to side from the blade edge to the inner arch. Settle. Just feeling into your foundation here so that as we switch up and go front to back and side to side, we find that equal distribution of weights. A gentle bend into the knees. A drawing in of the pelvic floor and the belly. The softening of the shoulders. The softening of the face. On your next inhale, release the arms out to the side and overhead. Eyes can remain closed, or maybe you look up to see the sky or the ceiling. Bring the hands to prayer. Let's draw the prayer through heart center. As we take a fold, keep a bend in the knees initially here. Palms, fingertips, find the mat or block. Take that halfway lift here. So finger pads to right outside the level of the toes, to blocks, or to your shin, nice and light. Use whatever is available to you to press in so that the chest comes forward, the tailbone comes back, shoulder blades come together, the gaze is straight down, your halfway lift here, heart. Exhale all the air, bend the knees and float down. As you press into the feet, knees bent, we roll back up. The arms reach out. The arms reach up. We find that prayer. We open the heart, taking that back bend. And then we allow to fold, bow forward. Use the breath to halfway lift. Exhale all the air out as you bow deeper. Head hangs. And then rise to stand. Gather all the energy around you. Bring it all in. Find that prayer. Find that back bend. Take 3 more on your own. Moving with breath in your own time. We'll meet in prayer Tadasana. Beautiful. Eyes open here. Let's lift the arms up. We're going to go into a lunge sequence. Lift, find extension. This time, let the arms go wide as you straight spine. Swan dive forward. Hands to the mats. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, we fold. Plant your hands. Step the left leg back. Drop the left knee down. So the right knee is right over the right ankle. Take a moment here with your finger pads or your blocks and stretch the spine long. Good. So we're not dumping on that front thigh. Belly is in, supporting the spine. Good. Inhale the breath. Take the arms up and overhead. Interlace the hands. Press the palms away. Find the length through the side body and the arms. Big breath in. Exhale, release that. Frame the front foot. We're going to go peel the hips back and find that half splits. So walking the hands or your blocks if you're using them back towards your back knee. Begin to lift the front toes up off the mat. Again, with blocks or finger pads, really extend the heart towards the toes, not the head towards the knees. Take in a nice full deep breath. Walk those hands back. Come back into that low lunge. Again, proud chest forward. Option here, tuck the back toes. We're going to go into a quad stretch. So again, A quad stretch could simply mean just tucking the toes, feeling that stretch from the hip flexor through the front of the thigh. It could be elevating that heel so that it comes a little bit closer to the glutes, and you'll feel that quad. So you can hold that steady, or you can make it a little more dynamic into a flow. Or if you would like a deeper pose, circle the right hand back behind you to reach for your pant leg or your ankle or your foot. Again, draw the heel in close to the body. Don't cave in the front body. Open up that chest, gaze forward, take a breath. Wherever you are, one more inhale. And on the exhale, let's release. Frame the front foot, lift the back knee. Pause here. We're just going to take a little twist. So take the left palm, plant it directly under that shoulder. Good. Spread the fingers. Take the right arm out to the side and rotate over to the right towards that bent knee. Make sure the knee isn't splaying out. Gaze can be straight down, out to the side, or depending on your neck, up towards the thumb. Taking a full breath. Let it go. Circle that arm back down. Both hands now inside that front foot. We're just going to take a walk to the long edge of our mat. So beginning to pivot those feet around. Pigeon toes. Heels are out, toes are in. Good. Resting your hands again, either on blocks or finger pads. Find that half lift here. So equal weight into the feet. Press into your mat or the blocks. Extend the spine. And then fold everything in. Let the head fall in. Let the elbows bend. Maybe flip the hands over to the back of the hand. Just let the fingers relax. And again, take a nice gentle stretch. Shaking the head, releasing the neck. Good. Coming back up onto tented fingers again. One more halfway lift here. Let's walk it out just like we were in an upper body down dog. Hips stay back, fingers walk forward, head hangs between the arms. So keep walking forward. Again, bring some bend into the knees as needed. Take a full breath. And then we're just going to walk those hands to the back of our mat as we bring both feet around. And we're going to find ourselves in a lunge. This time, the left foot is forward, left knee over the left ankle. Give yourself some space between your feet and drop the back knee. If you're using the block, press into the block to lift the chest. Finger pads, or maybe no hands, right? So find where you can. Bring the hips forward to get the stretch into the hip flexor, but at the same time, find that space from the pubic bone to the collarbone here and send the heart, the chest forward. Nice full deep breath. And then we'll inhale those arms out to the side and overhead. Again, take that interlace the opposite way, the one that feels more awkward. Good. Interlace, send the palms up towards the ceiling. Maybe take a gentle back bend. Keep pressing up. And then circle the hands back down. Frame that front foot. Begin to walk the hands or your blocks back towards your hips, straightening that front leg. As the front toes begin to rise, press into that heel, send the heel away, begin to stretch through the whole back of the left leg. Don't forget here, proud chest. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the chest, gaze past the toes. Belly's in, find your breath. One more inhale. And exhale. And as you inhale, let's begin to walk the hands forward, rebend into that front knee. Come back into your low lunge. Again, lifting the chest. Back toes are tucked, so we're going to work into the front quad. Again, your choice. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you lift the back heel. Maybe you toe tap. Maybe you just hold and hover. Or maybe you use the left hand to see if you can reach back for the foot to draw that heel in closer. Again, lifting the chest in whatever position you're in. Use your breath nice and deep. Notice where you feel the stretch. Is it in the hip flexor, that psoas? Or is it in the quad and the top of the thigh? Deep breath. And nice and easy, wherever you are, release that foot back down to the mat. Good. Take a breath. We're going to plant the right hand now inside the left foot. Press into the palm, lift the chest off of that thigh, and just take a nice twist over to the left towards that bent leg. Circle that arm back around. Both hands inside of the front foot here. Lift the back knee and walk it around back to the wide angle side of your mat. Again, let the upper body just fall. Release that head. Take those hands and walk them backwards. So the finger pads are facing forward until you come into about the inside, the arch level of your foot. Then turn the fingers around so they're facing behind you. And continue that journey. Keep walking the finger pads off the mat behind you. And as you keep walking, the head comes down. Again, you can bend the knees, but begin to feel maybe the stretch through the shoulders, that connective tissue between the hamstrings and the glutes. Notice the head and your breath. Walking the hands forward, right underneath the shoulders. We're going to take the finger pads, grab onto the outer waist. Good. Squeeze the elbows together towards the ceiling. Take a bend into the knees. With a straight spine, let's stand up. Nice and slow. Give yourself a moment here. We've kind of been upside down a little bit, so take a breath. Finding our warrior two from this position. Take that right foot and just pivot it around to the top of your mat. The left foot is slightly parallel to the back. We haven't moved that foot. Take a bend into that right knee, and as you do, continue to keep that right inner thigh open. So coming down, lowering the pelvis. And then from this position, you can extend your arms to the side. Good. Soften the shoulders. Fix your gaze. Notice your breath. Maybe sinking a little bit lower. We're going to find reverse peaceful warrior so that we're going to bind it through the left arm as we take the right arm up and overhead. So take the bind first, bring the left forearm behind your back. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Find the length and then find the side bend. So the arm comes overhead, elbow is back, chest is lifted. Bicep coming towards the ear. Not a back bend, it's a side bend. Taking in one more breath. Straighten that front leg. See if you can bend to the side even further. One more breath. Bend back into that front knee. Top arm comes back to find that warrior two as we release the back arm to find the same. Settle yourself down. Hands come to the waist, straighten the front leg, pivot yourself around, wide angle, forward fold. Good. Bend the spine nice and straight all the way down. Hands float to the ground. Hands float over to the right as we bend into the right knee. Take the left hand to the outside of that right ankle. The right hand can come to the small of your back, or it can just stay anywhere on the outside of that right leg. Take a nice stretch through the left inner thigh. Drop the left shoulder tip down. Maybe the head drops down. Maybe the chin reaches from one shoulder tip to the opposite. One more, and then just hang in neutral here, like you could touch the mat with that left elbow. Rotate and hold. We'll release the hands first, back to center. Nice and slow. Hips will return to center. Hang in a forward fold. Walking the hands over to the left now. The right hand to the left ankle. The left hand can sit right beside it, or you can again place it up onto your back for more of a rotation. Let the right shoulder drop down, the right elbow drop down, the head and neck to be soft. Gather your belly here, gather your breath. Let the head be heavy. Maybe again working through that neck where the chin points over towards that left shoulder and revolves over to the right. Just see how that feels. And then just come back and soften where you need to soften here. And gently, let's release that. Walk the hands back into center. And you just hang here. Take a gentle bend, relieve some of that pressure into the inner legs, and heel toe the feet in, maybe one or two little scoots. This time, heels are going to be in and the toes flared or out. Good, moving into more of a goddess pose here. Again, pick up the hands, set them at the waist, squeeze the elbows together, nice bend into the knees. We're going to rise up, straight spine, stack all the way up, coming into your goddess. See, look at all you. You're allowed to turn around. I'm sorry. I saw that earlier. All right, sink it down. Good. Slide the hands down, thumbs inside those inner thighs. The rest of the fingers wrap around the upper. Good. And as you sink it down, keep the spine nice and tall. We're just going to shoulder dip, right shoulder into center. As you do this, press the right thigh gently away. Inhale, comes back up, and we'll take it left. So first we do the shoulder dip, then we ask for the assist of the hand so that we can press that thigh, sink the hips down. Nice rotation through the spine. Nice stretch through the shoulder, inner thigh, pull it up, and just alternate back and forth. Coming back to neutral, playing around with that Malasana squat here. So again, hands can come to the hip crease, hands can come to the waist. Sink the hips down, Drop in the belly, tuck in the pelvis here, shoulders soft. Just pause here, activating what needs to be activated. Hands now come to prayer. Again, if you need to shorten your stance, please do so. Come on down at any place that you can sustain. You can sit on top of blocks, a chair, a couch. Keep your spine lifted, your chest open. Elbows, whether you're in the chair or on a block or in traditional, maybe use the elbows to help prop the knees open. Take a few breaths. So good for all of this down here. One more big inhale. We're going to make our way gracefully, any way you want to get there, to our seat. So I'm just going to fall forward with my hands, bring my knees down, bring my seat down. Stretching the legs out in front. Give them a nice little shake here. Bend into the knees. Draw the soles of the feet together. Draw them in closer to your hips. Hands here are going to either wrap around the blade edge or the shins or the ankles. We want to use those hands to bring the chest forward. And as the chest comes forward, the spine straightens. Going to rock on your sit bones so that you can feel exactly where the hinge is. Use those elbows again and draw the chest forward any amount. Here, the neck is in line with the spine. The gaze is forward. The chest is forward. And even if it's not even a half inch, just feel the expansion and the power to draw the heart forward. One more breath. Release that nice and easy. Bring the finger pads behind you, palms, fingers pressing away. Just press into the fingers, lift the chest up, drop the head back. Just a little counter here. And then come back up to seated. Take that foot position, send it up about a foot, right? Bigger diamond shape. Again, this time we're going to move more into the low back, and we are going to allow for the spine to round and to find more space between the discs. So we do it with body weight and gravity and patience. We never force it. So one hand underneath the calf and just secure it on the shin or the ankle, just someplace there. Same thing with the other hand. So the forearms are underneath the calves. The hands wrap around the shins. We use that same movement, holding on, drawing the chest forward, spine long, drawing the breath, drawing the belly. And as you exhale, tuck that chin into the chest. Begin to drop the crown of your head into your diamond shape, only to the point where it wants to stop on its own. Here, if you have a block handy, you can put a block underneath your forehead. You can put your bolster underneath your forehead, or I like to simply let my body weight here hang. Again, with the great assist of gravity, everything wants to lower, but it lowers and softens in its own time. And each and every day is different. So trust the wisdom of the body. It knows what to do. It knows how to heal. And use your breath and soften. Head hangs. Shoulders round. Breath fills behind the heart, behind the back ribs, behind the lungs there. As you exhale all the air out, know that you're compressing all of the digestive organs that we use each and every day. Just let this compression here feel like a massage so that when we come out of this pose, that floods those organs with fresh prana, fresh blood. Lots going on here. Take 2 more full deep breaths. It's a deep pose, so we really focus on coming out gently, removing one hand first to the center, the other hand to the center of our diamond, and then slowly just walk those hands towards your hips so that you're slowly restacking through the spine. Take the knees together, drop the knees to the mat. Maybe you need to scooch forward just a bit. Slide the hands down beside you so the forearms rest by the side body. The palms are down. Legs are neutral here. From here, press into the elbows, the forearms, the palms. Begin to arch through the spine. Open the chest. Let the head fall back so you open the throat. Know that the neck is secure because it's being held by the upper trapezius. So you can relax here, lift the chest to welcome the breath. And slowly here, from that tailbone through the sacrum, begin to curl down the low back, the low ribs, the shoulders, shoulder blades, back of the head. Bring the knees into the chest one last time. Nice big hug. Take a rock. Take whatever movement here that you need so that when you settle into your final resting pose, you're ready just to welcome all the feels and hopefully taking this peace and presence off your mat and into your day. Winding it back down, whatever you're doing. Hug in one more time. This time, as you hug in, draw the deep breath in. We're going to pause that breath as we lift the shoulders, lift the head, bring the chin towards the knees. Nice, tight, 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 tight ball. And then release. And as you stretch those legs long, the arms out to the side, know that your whole body, the blood flow, the new prana here is just streaming through. Taking that nice full deep breath to accompany that. Let that breath go as you sigh out the mouth. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Soften the shoulders. Open the mouth. Release the jaw. Tuck in the chin. Close down the eyes. Take another full deep breath. And as you exhale, melting down, find a Shavasana. Please know you can stay as long as you like and just turn your device off. I'm going to leave you here this morning. We will certainly post a schedule for next week, and I'll let each and every one of you know. And I thank you for being here, not only for me, but for yourself and for each other. Namaste.